Welcome to the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Show, where we talk about food, fashion, finance, and foundations of life. We are live on KCAA Broadcasting Network, 10:50 a.m., following broadcasts in 102.3 FM and 106.5 FM. We are serving the world one household at a time. KCAA is affiliated with CNBC, NBC News, and NBC Sports. We are sponsored by Sheltered Studios, Fire Up Connect, and Kim Peak Performance Coaching.
Hello, this is Jonathan Bash, and welcome to the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Show. I am your host today, and obviously our topic is all things fashion. Today, right now, live in the flesh, I have one of the loves of my life, Miss Lisa Gastineau. Lisa, before we have our little chat, I'm going to read your little bio, your little introduction, if you don't mind.
How long is the show?
I mean, I had to shorten it up a lot because we only have 12 to 15 minute segments, but let's begin. I mean, this is a very impressive intro. Let's start. Miss Gastineau. Lisa is a luxury jewelry designer whose designs are seen on celebrities and socialites throughout the nation. Her jewels have been adorned on celebrity clienteles and favorites of many socialites. These people include Miss Kim Kardashian, Naomi Campbell, Sharon Stone, Zarin, and rock stars and socialites around the world. I mean, there's so many more, Lisa. I just had to shorten it
Amen,
up.
amen.
Those of you who know the name Gastineau will remember the hit reality show on E! Network about the mother-daughter duo starring her daughter Brittny Gastineau, who everyone who's listening to this obviously knows, and Miss Lisa Gastineau herself. Lisa has hosted many fashion segments throughout her career on major networks. She's also a model, philanthropist, and huge animal lover. Please welcome the one and only Her Majesty, one of my favorite people on this earth. I am so honored to have her here today, Miss Lisa Gastineau.
Wow, that's a lot to live up to.
I mean, I didn't even show you this intro, so I hope you enjoyed it.
I love it. Please, I want this to be every time when I enter a room. For those who know.
Well, we go everywhere together anyway, so maybe I'll just bring a loudspeaker and I'll just say this whole paragraph. But welcome.
Thank you.
I'm really glad you are here.
And I'm so proud of you. You have really found your niche. I know you love fashion. You love it as much as I do and as much as the other guests. We have this passion for fashion. Mm-hmm. And, oh my God, that's so cliche, but it's something that's been part of my life since I'm 3 years old. I remember like clunking around in high heels and my mother's pearls and jewelry, and you know, I was asking, who are you wearing, before Joan Rivers was asking the question.
Yeah, I mean, you're way prettier than Joan Rivers. I don't know what, yeah.
I love her. All honor
No,
to
she
Joan.
was fabulous.
There's
she
no
really
one
started
better.
it.
There
Yeah.
was no one better at what she did than Joan Rivers. That was my dream. And actually, that was my aspiration of how I got into reality TV.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Britt and I wanted to be the next Melissa and Joan Rivers. So when we had the options, we actually had something to say about TV back in the day. And when they were choosing between networks, our first inclination was saying, oh, we want to be on E, because we wanted to have the opportunity to do red carpet like Joan and Melissa.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, back at the ranch.
Well, I mean, we could talk about your career forever.
Let's talk about jewelry.
But let's limit it a little bit and talk about fashion. And I know you are a very accomplished luxury jewelry designer and have been in the industry for, I'm not aging you, but forever.
Well, it's been, I'd say, over 30 years in the industry, and I don't mind aging. I'm happy of who I am. You know, living long is a blessing that everyone doesn't get to have. So I'm thrilled. I'm great. But
I
started working in the industry when I was 14. You know, I got my working papers. Actually, then it was like a big deal to get working papers, your yellow working card, and you can go. And I worked in a fashion store. And, you know, I saved my money every week. I always knew back at a really young age to try to buy the best quality I could, whereas other people were buying, like, junky things like teenagers do. I was doing things on the layaway program and buying the best item I could and paying it off.
See, I was the same way when I did my clothing line. I always bought the best materials. I didn't buy fake silk. I bought 100% real silk. But, it comes at a higher price. So some people want to adjust that and lower their quality of merchandise. But like you're saying,
the old story is you pay for what you get.
You pay for what you get for it.
And,
Exactly.
the reason quality is, there's a tendency for it to be able to last longer, and workmanship and everything else. So I learned that a long time from my mom, who, was an aspirational designer. She ended up working in the medical profession, but her eye was so clear, and she always instilled in me that whatever you do it well and get the best you can afford. And so whether it's like, I have these things when I judge, I'll look at, and when I say judge, I'm not judging anyone. I'm just judging the clothes. I'll look at your rings, your shoes, your watch, your handbag, because those are things that you'll put your money in that will give you longevity.
Exactly. I know you work with so many diamonds and precious stones, but we'll get to that. I want to talk about the evil eye. Evil eye seems to be your signature.
It is.
And I am obsessed with that symbol. I want to know your reasoning of using the evil eye a lot in your collections, and
how that all came about. Well, without me even realizing it through the years, I was collecting evil eyes. I would see them, and God works in mysterious ways. I didn't know why I was attracted to it, but I was attracted to it, and I would always buy them. And I'm not talking about the gift store little glass things. I was talking about things in stones. And years later, if I look at early Gastineau Girl episodes back from 2005 and 2006, I'm always wearing an evil eye pendant. And I remember buying that. I was coming home from having a really bad day, and I was walking on Madison Avenue, and there was a jewelry store, a really small jewelry shop, and there was custom-made things. And in the window was this really pretty gold evil eye with diamonds, and it was a little bit more than I should have spent, but I knew I had to have it.
Mm-hmm.
Cut to the chase. Years later, when after we finished doing television and being in eyes of millions of people, front and center. Don't forget, when we did reality TV, it was just Brittny and I. We weren't an ensemble like most casts of reality shows are now. We couldn't get away from each other, and we couldn't and the viewers couldn't get away from watching either one of us.
I mean, it was very addicting. Yeah.
So I was wearing my eye.
Captivating, yeah.
And I met a guru. I was talking to a guru, and it might sound like hocus pocus, but the foundation of all my jewelry are spiritual elements and the protective stones, and we'll get into that later. Anyway, I said, what can I do? I feel like there's so much like negativity coming towards me because I've been in public. And when you're in the public, you have more eyes looking at you and more people thinking that your life is so perfect and what did she do to deserve that and why don't I have it?
Karma, yeah.
And he said, you're already doing it. And I said, what? And he told me about the eye. So I started doing my eye, which makes my eye different than others that are in the market. Not throwing shade to anyone else, but mine are made of diamonds. And my signature pieces are all diamonds. Because if you were going into battle, if you want protection, wouldn't you want the strongest shield you can have? You wouldn't want to go into battle with a plastic shield. And that's how I look at life. So it's all about that.
Okay, I'm obsessed. Let's talk about. Let's
talk about that.
We talk about everything.
Okay,
I want to talk about the jewelry more.
Okay.
I know precious stone. There's so many different precious stones you use, and each stone has a meaning, like prosperity or love or different explanations, definitions, and things that each stone represents. You work with so many different stones, moonstones, and the list goes
my
on.
favorites.
Citrine. What is your favorite?
Well, obviously, diamonds are a girl's best friend, right? I mean, Mama didn't raise a fool.
No.
I do love diamonds, but there are certain stones I'm attracted to that are semi-precious and less precious stones that have spiritual protective elements or just they have meanings through centuries. So like for an example, for today, where I knew I'm wearing everything. I've got my citrine for focus.
I love it. It's working.
My rose quartz for self-love, which is really important.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks it's about getting love in your life. Actually, the key to life is self-love. If you don't like yourself, it's hard to like anything else. So start with the foundation. Build your foundation from the ground up. So I have some self-love. I have for communication. Yeah, my aquamarine. I just felt I'm talking about so much. Aquamarine is great for
My birthstone,
communication.
yeah.
Is it? Oh, it's beautiful. Women love it because it's that icy pale blue.
Cinderella blue, yeah.
And like again, I'm always with my citrine to help keep me focused and organized because I am not an organized person. You know, I find a lot of creatives are all over the place.
Yeah,
and,
we
know,
are. And also hoarders. Can't throw anything away because
Oh,
you never know when you're
gosh.
going to need it.
I blame my dad for that.
One last question. We only have a few more minutes, like literally a few seconds.
Sure.
I've been in your closet many times.
Are you out of the closet?
I am.
I'm in the closet, in my own closet.
If I'm in any closet, it's yours. You have the most beautiful clutches and handbags and dresses and shirts and tops, and you have a story with every single piece.
I know.
What is your favorite piece?
Fashion is accessories. It's personal accessories, whether it's a beautiful dress or, as I said, a handbag or a pair of shoes. And every dress that I treasure, every handbag, every pair of shoes tells a story.
Mm-hmm.
So the story of my life can be told through my closet. And every item that is important to me has a historical past. And oh my God, if those dresses could tell
talk.
you the stories, wow, oh wow. I don't know what we'd have to rate that. I don't know what you'd have to rate it. It might not get a PG rating.
Well, it's definitely a 5-star wardrobe. We only have a couple more minutes left. I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here.
Always. I love you. You know that.
I know you're a very busy woman,
love
and
that.
sometimes it's hard to pull you away from things, but from the deepest bottom of my heart, I appreciate this.
Thank you. Now,
And I'm so honored to interview you.
I'm so glad you are where you are.
Love you.
Bye.
We are live on KCAA Broadcasting Network, 10:50 a.m., following broadcasts in 102.3 FM and 106.5 FM. We are serving over 5 million households in the Inland Empire, North County, San Diego, Orange County, and San Gabriel Valley. We are serving the world one household at a time. We are also in iHeart, Spotify, Tiki Live, Ustream, Apple, iTunes, and anywhere with your favorite podcast. KCAA is affiliated with CNBC, NBC News, and NBC Sports. We are sponsored by Sheltered Studios, Fire Up Connect, and Kim Yater Peak Performance Coaching.